I was gonna make a video of like, well, I was gonna make a video about like I just watched Superman and like, um, go into it, but then like I was gonna make an aside of like, uh, man, it was a really good movie and like I cried like three times. One for like the one scene in the middle that just I was smiling or like just having a good time, and then like I'm like, oh, because this is not what's gonna happen is not gonna happen, right? And it did, and it went from smiling to dark really quickly. um and then like I was gonna go on to say like the other parts were like he like it was kind of like near the end, and it's like kind of just being good for the sake of goodness, and like man how good that feels to be like what's that word, encouraged to be kind and good, and like do your best, and that was kind of like heartwarming. And then like at the end where like the cinerama or the his video plays a collage of all his like childhood moments, that was pretty nice. Spoiler. Then I'm like, man, those are so good. Like he's a good boy, he's like a good guy, like he's really genuinely like you know a good person. And then like that was gonna be at the end of the video, or what I was gonna show. But like man, I just like went on this thing where like just like thinking about that moment in the first time I cried. I'm like, God, like it was so out of nowhere. The poor guy, like everything, like if you know what I'm talking about, like it just and like it gutted me. Like it wasn't so like I didn't think this movie was gonna go how like a deep, gut wrenching, heartbreaking scene as quickly as it did. Like it was faster than Up. Like like in Up you build a rapport and this and that. You build a rapport, you get attached, and then like a heartbreak happens. This was like immediately, because you're like, oh, nothing's gonna happen, and boom, and it's like like I didn't expect. And he was like he spoiler, I guess. He was pleading for his life. He was being selfless. He's like, don't do it, Superman, don't do it. And like you're like, oh, it's gonna cut to like some kind of maybe Lex Luthor's gonna like call or an emergency is gonna happen, is gonna get Lex Luthor's attention, and like he's gonna walk away from this, and it's just a scare. And then like it happens, and then you kind of realize like, oh, Lex Luthor's kind of like a cold, heartless villain. Like, yeah, he has all these prison camps, or prison cells, because like, oh, you know, it's kind of a joke, because like he had like typewriting monkeys, and it's like it's kind of a joke. He puts all his enemies in cages, and like, and it's kind of like also all like realistic, where like he was like, oh, I have a place where I can put people, and like countries pay me to put these people in prison. I'm like, okay, that's cartoonishly evil, but like it's still kind of funny, because like this feels like a good-hearted like Superman movie. So maybe there's, and they do escape, so it's kind of like proving my point that like it's cartoonishly evil, and it's like really evil, but it's like, oh, but good prevails. But like this one scene is like he has all these people, and he's like he has them contained, and like you're like, oh, okay, but like he kills this guy, so he doesn't value life as anything, and you're like, wow, he just wasted a life, and like he thought nothing of it. And he got that other guy to watch, because like he says like, I need a witness, and I'm like, why do you need a witness? Anyways, and like, but yeah, like, justice for Malik, or RIP Malik.